Welcome to, yet again, another Friday new product post. We've got a demo, we've got a couple new products, so let's see what we've got for this week. So first up, we've got these interesting boxes. These are our new SparkFun magnetic boxes. They're this kind of paper-wrapped cardboard. They're a lot sturdier than a normal box, and they have this little magnetic enclosure on it, and this is what they look like inside. So you can use these for project boxes, for storage boxes, all sorts of different things. You can cut into them, they're nice and strong, and they have this nice little magnetic clasp. We have them in the traditional size. This is the normal small size that we have. Here's our normal cardboard box as a size comparison. And then we also have them in the LumaPad box size. LumaPad's a little fancier, looks like that. And of course it has a magnetic enclosure too, and that's what it looks like on the inside. So if you need some storage or you just need some little project enclosures that are cheap, check out the new magnetic enclosure boxes. Next up, for all you people interested in messing around with the Raspberry Pi, we've got a motor controller. This is the Raspberry Robot, and this comes courtesy of Simon Monk. He helped us with this one. It comes as this kit, and when you build it up, it turns into this little guy. It connects directly to your Raspberry Pi, and we've got it here on the Magician chassis. So this is basically just a motor controller that connects directly to the header on the Raspberry Pi, and then you connect it onto your favorite robot chassis, and you have this nice little motor controller. It even has a couple headers on top that you can interface with different sensors, and then you can actually plug the sensors in there, and because it's all plugged into the Raspberry Pi, you can use Python or whatever else to control everything. It has a nice little Python library. We have all the example code on the website, so if you're looking to do a very basic robot using the Raspberry Pi, check out the Raspberry Robot. Next up, we've got this little board. This is the Wake on Shake. The Wake on Shake combines a microcontroller with an accelerometer. The accelerometer has a simple little feature that when it senses an input, it wakes up, sends a signal to the microcontroller, and then you can do all sorts of fun things. The way we have this board configured is that it's basically like a latch for your power, that it's off when it's just sitting there, and then when you move it, it will turn on whatever you have connected to it. So it's basically like this little relay that you can turn on just by shaking it. There's a couple different ways you can actually configure this board. It has a sensitivity setting that you can set how sensitive it is to shaking and when it will turn on. You can also set the length of time it will stay on before it turns off, and it also has a wake pin that you can actually send a signal to that and it'll turn the whole thing off. So theoretically you could have it to where you shake it, goes on, does a, something. You could have it connected to an Arduino that pulls some GPS data or some sensor data down, whatever, and when it's done with that, it can actually send the signal back to this to turn it back off. So this is a great little board if you're trying to do something that you only want it to come on when you're actually moving it, and then do a predetermined thing and then shut off. You could even have it stay on for an indefinite amount of time and then have the code shut off or do whatever. We're all familiar with the Magic 8-Ball, but here at SparkFun we felt it was a little too disingenuous and it just really wasn't realistic. So we decided to ditch the magic and create the Uncertain 7 Cube. The Uncertain 7 Cube is much like the Magic 8-Ball except for it's a lot more realistic. So let's ask it something and see what it says. Well, people love the new products this week.
How important is it to know that right now?
The Uncertain 7 Cube only gives you very uncertain and very non-committal answers.
Will I win the AVC?
I don't feel comfortable saying either way.
Will tomorrow be a snow day?
Will I get to go skiing next weekend?
Magic Cube, should I blow off work and go snowboarding?
I mean, anything is possible. How important is it to know that right now? I will need to form a subcommittee and get back to you.
Not tomorrow!
Could I be any more diesel?
I don't feel comfortable saying either way.
Did OJ do it?
Will I ever be rich and famous? Is Rob's beard real?
I mean, anything is possible. You should leverage Web 2.0 social leadership to crowdsource the answer. It's not obviously a yes. It's not a particularly strong no either.
Will you blow up into a million pieces if I throw you on the ground right now?
You should leverage Web 2.0 social leadership to crowdsource the answer.
All right.
So how this little cube works is on the inside of this, we've got a battery, I think we've got a power cell, we've got the parallax text-to-speech, and then somewhere down in there we've got one of the wake-on shakes. So when this receives the shake, it basically turns the whole system on, the Arduino boots up, and it just basically chooses a random string and then sends it to the parallax, and then that talks it. So we just give it a shake, it turns on.
I mean, anything is possible. Right.
And there you have it. We are working on a tutorial for this right now. Give us about a week to finish it with pictures and all that. We'll have all the example code. We have a fritzing diagram of how everything wires up together, and we should have everything you need to build your own uncertain 7 cube. So there you have it. These are our products for this week. As always, check out the website for the rest of the new products that we have. And while you're on the website, go ahead and go to learn.sparkfun.com/tour to check out the national tour that we're doing. We're doing an educational tour all across the country, so go ahead and check that out. On another note, we get a lot of people every week asking us what kind of equipment and what kind of setup we use for these videos. And we'd like to give a little shout out to our friend who's actually doing the LumaPad. You can actually see it right over there. We're using that for lighting today. It's a Kickstarter that he created, I think, just a week ago, and it's a really cool open source light product. It has electric imp, it has Wi-Fi, it has Arduino, and he's actually been a customer of ours and used a lot of the products that we sell in the LumaPad. So go ahead and check that out. There'll be a link in the bottom of the video. I guess we'll be back next week. I'm not sure if we'll have any new products. Let's check. Will we have any new products next week?
Yes. Or no. I won't speculate.